let's move on to the mindset here for tonight. And again, psychic abilities, I want to say it's 80% mindset, 10% talent, 10% tools, right? So I'm reading this book, and the book is called 10x is better than 2x. Anyone ever read that? Anyway, one of the things he talked about was courage and commitment. And it reminded me of when I was in the Navy. And we were indoctrinated in honor, courage, and commitment, right? It just became this thing. You literally heard it every single day. When you're in uniform, you're representing honor, courage, and commitment. Now, one thing that was really interesting from this book that I heard was that when it comes to commitment, commitment is easier to do because you know what you're committed to, right? So, say you are committed to losing weight, then you're committed to knowing, oh, yeah, this is the food I eat, this is what I should avoid, and blah, 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 right? Courage, on the other hand, he says, is harder because you get into the unknown, right? Commitment is easy. Courage, on the other hand, is harder because you're going into the unknown. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, psychic awakening, you guys, is all about facing the unknown. Are y'all following me here? Everyone type in the letter U if you're following me here. Okay. And anytime you get into a trance, okay, I see the U's coming in. You literally have no idea what you're going to be walking into. You have no idea what will come up. And in the beginning, this is scary for many people. All right. When you're a beginner psychic, everyone loves the idea of being psychic. But say, oh, there's that spirit guide thing that we're going to do, or, oh, that's that weird feeling energy. What is that? I don't like that. This is why it is scary. And as humans, right, we're designed to want to know where we're headed, what to do, what to expect. And tapping into that psychic side of you means opening the door, but having no idea what's on the other side. All right. You might encounter a evil spirit or entity and have no idea if it's even real. Or you might feel an unfamiliar energy that just feels weird and the body's like, I don't like that energy, right? Only because it's completely foreign. So that's your internal world, right? Of why this takes courage. However, in your external world, right? It takes courage to come out of the spiritual closet, right? How many of you are still like about using the word psychic? Tap in the letter P if that's you. I know for me, even when I became a teacher, and this was like early on in my teaching days, I still was like about psychic. I didn't want to put it on my website. I didn't want to tell my friends, family, oh yeah, I teach people how to be psychic, right? Even to this day, for people that I have this thing like, will they understand? Should I just say it? Right? I still have that. So the truth is, when you awaken this side of yourself, people won't understand you. They literally think you've lost your mind. And I've actually had one student whose family wanted to commit her to a mental institution because of her pursuing this route, right? So in the process, people lose members, family members, friends fall by the wayside. How many of you have you've been here in the school for a while? Like your friends just aren't the same kind of friends anymore. Type in the letter F if you've experienced that yourself, right? I could say for myself, back in San Diego, I'll go visit my friends that I used to go to the bars and drink beer with and all that. So I go back and it's just not the same anymore, right? And speaking of drinking, like I don't drink anymore either. I've just stopped drinking, and I hung out with a friend of mine. She wanted to have her wine, and it was so awkward, right? But that's just something I had to get used to. But things like drinking, right, or coming out of the spiritual closet, a lot of times people face being made a mockery of. So, point being, you guys, it does take courage. Okay, this is not an easy journey. And this is why I aim to keep this a safe space so that we're meant to be free to be who you are, shine your light, be the weird, right? Just bring your weird here to this class because we're all weird in that regard. We could all be weird together. And I'm just bringing this up, you guys, because maybe you haven't really thought of yourself in this way, because this is the Elevate group, and to get in this group, you need to have run energy for a while. So you're definitely past the beginner stage, right? And so what I want y'all to breathe into right now is to validate your journey, right? Validate your choices that you've made to even be here today. And just validate just being who you are, even if people don't understand you. And the truth is, they will probably never get you because you're unique, right? And you're traveling this path of the light. And when people are still in the dark, they will never understand your light. And that's just the way it is. So it's your courage, right? The lesson in all this, it's your courage that has you here in the first place, pursuing this work. All right. So continue to be courageous as you move forward. And the more you get into this work, the more weird stuff you will encounter. And yet, the braver you're going to have to be, right? To step up, step into that unknown, that next level of unknown, and out of your comfort zone. All right. And yet, it is the courageous people, those are the people who grow. So, everyone type in the letter G for grow, growth, right? You're here because you want to grow. You're committed to your growth. You're committed to your self mastery, your self empowerment, all of that. And all of that, you guys, takes courage. So, psychic pat on the back. If you can't see my little picture there, give yourself a little psychic pat on the back, you guys. Okay. Because it does take courage to go down this route. All right. So, I see the letter G's, and I saw some comments. 1 second. Let me just go back. My stepdad and others will cut me out, says Mary. Yeah, I've heard that many times. Intuitive healer. I might use it too much now, says Ashley. Yep, I'm just beginning to own it more and more. Okay. All right. So thanks for sharing, you guys. It's great. Great that y'all are committed to your growth. So let's set the intention for tonight. This is your own personal intention. And I like setting intentions because, yes, we're going to work on animal communications and healing and telepathy, right? However, it's always good to set a side intention for yourself that as you go through class, maybe you might have some kind of aha for yourself by the end of tonight. And a great intention to set for yourselves is just to reaffirm for yourself why you're here, right? Why you're in the program, why you signed up. Reaffirm what your purpose is, right? And we'll take a moment. Why am I even here? Even if it's like animal healing and telepathy, right? What's your purpose? Why are you doing this? To help others, to be the better version of yourself, just because you love the idea of self-mastery and what it can do for you and just how it feels? And why do you keep moving forward into the unknown? Just take a moment to reflect on that. Yeah, you showed up to class. Yeah, it's a cool topic. And yet, for many of you, this is stepping into the unknown. Why do you do it? What is that thing within you that has you keep moving forward? And then go ahead and validate the courage, right? Redefine within yourself, what does courage even mean in this regard? And the fact that you're here means that you are practicing it on some level. So just go ahead and set that intention for yourself. And then now let's go ahead and start to shift into some energy work here. All right, so everyone take a nice deep breath and just notice and give a hello to what's happening within yourself